And hello, we should be live. I hope we are. So if you are, welcome everyone to the, I think, around 10 people who are already here, which is pretty cool. Um, and yet they were going to be looking at some lists. The one you're seeing on screen right now is actually my list, but we have a couple. We have a couple here. We have 35. So if your list is in here, if your name is in here, I'm going to try check your list throughout this series because I don't think I'm gonna be able to look at 35 lists today because we're gonna be streaming for like an hour and a half to 2 hours max. We're gonna go by order of posting. The first person who posted or on my Discord channel was Silverwind. I suggested people or asked for their profiles on my my Discord server, which the link should be on the description below. On Twitter and on my community tab, which you guys should also follow. And I think the people that posted on Discord, at least the first ones, were the fastest. So we're gonna go through some of them first. So hello everyone who's here. Hope this is fun. So we're gonna start. We're gonna skip the ones that people have on planning and things like that, because we have people like Tanulad and Yube, which if you guys are on the chat, these guys have like planning lists that will literally crash analysts, so we're not gonna be checking those out. So we're gonna start with Silverwind with his manga challenge, which I think it's the challenge that I did a video on, a challenge that I made. I'm not 100% sure, but looking at his planning, it has Angry Joker, which is really cool. And then the rest. Zombie Powder was interesting. Was an interesting read. Was, for those that don't know, the original manga by Kubo, who wrote Bleach. And it was okay. It was a canceled manga for volumes, as you guys can see, but it was interesting. It was a fun read, especially if you like Bleach. And then I haven't read anything else from here, so I want to read Hell's Paradise at some point. So we're gonna skip to reading Kaguya-sama. A lot of people recommend me that one. I haven't read. Kami-san is great. And you're reading Bleach. I'm not sure if you're in the chat, but I'm kind of curious about what your thoughts on Bleach so far. 200 chapters in. Should be Soul Society. I think most people's opinions of Bleach 200 chapters in tend to be positive. Because, it's... To me, it's on the ending of the hollow arc of the Wekamundo that things really start getting worse. For a lot of people, it's at the start of Wekamundo, but I like Wekamundo. The arc itself, not the final battle, but the arc itself, I quite like it. Amenofuro. I'm gonna assume some of these are not like completely updated, because you have Amenofuro here, you have Ayakashi Triangle, a 3, which somehow still lower than my score of a 4. At 22 chapters, which is, kind of low. Blue Box, 16. So I'm gonna assume these are not really updated. You're also starting Berserk. I'm not sure what chapter is 33, because if you guys know anything about Berserk chapter counts, is that they are confusing as all hell, because they kind of reset. And I'm reading the deluxe editions, and they don't have chapter counts. So, yeah. So my hero, what is this? I've seen this on Source, actually. Spin-off gag manga. Okay, so it's kind of like we have a couple gag manga here and there from. Sorry, let me just turn off the internet from my phone. I'm getting notifications. There's a couple spin-off manga from like Assassination Classroom. There's one from Promised Neverland written by the guy who wrote or writes Roboko, which is kind of fun. So these tend to be fun. And I'm pretty sure I've actually seen this on stores, which is quite rare for these gag manga. Even One Piece's gag manga don't get published in English. Well, I guess My Hero is pretty famous. Roboko 3 chapters you need to get on that. Dawn the Dawn 41. I'm actually quite below in Dawn the Dawn. I'm like 10 chapters late. I think I'm like chapter 29, chapter 30. I don't know. I need to go back. It's a fantastic manga. I really like it. But I'm really bad at following things that are ongoing. I really am. And hello everyone that joined so far. Hele, Korea's, Koifish. Hello everyone. Say Deadpool Samurai. I think Deadpool Samurai will the volume, physical volume in English is going to come out soon. So I'm gonna grab that one because it's only 2 volumes. And I kind of want to read them physically because that sounds more interesting. Fire Punch, 0 chapters. Again, I'm pretty sure you're not just updating this. But Fire Punch is amazing as well. Jujutsu Kaisen, people know how I feel about Jujutsu Kaisen. Hey Donnie, I'm doing well. I was a bit stressed before the stream because of my workplace. I thought I was gonna have to work overtime. Thankfully I didn't. So because I thought maybe I wouldn't be able to stream in time, but I did. So yay. Redwood. I've also went so long, talked so much about Redwood. The first chapter is really cool, and then it just goes downhill to me. The second chapter is kind of decent as well, but from there on out. Are you still reading this, or are you finished with Art Bold Cop and Dolphin? Because 1 chapter 47 you either dropped or you probably have completed. And then Shy, I think it's you that keeps asking me to read this one. I think there's a couple people that keep asking me to read this one, so it should be cool. It should be good. I'm sorry, I'm really bad at following ongoings. I really am. But I think, yeah, if you haven't read Shy, check it out, I guess, because a lot of people are asking me not only to read it, but to shout it out. So here's my shout out to Shy. Read it, I guess. Spy X Family, I kind of want to check that one as well. We got it in Portuguese, which is very rare for us to get any manga in Portuguese. So it's kind of weird that they choose Spy X Family when they don't have things like Bleach or One Piece or pretty much any manga. We got My Hero, we got Promised Neverland. I guess they're prioritizing the more recent stuff. We're also getting now Demon Slayer, which is fun. I'm not buying any of those. But yeah, Tokyo Revengers, kind of want to check it out as well. And World Trigger, I started World Trigger when it came out. When I think I read the first 20 chapters when they were coming out, and then I just kind of stopped. And then it went on hiatus, which sucked. But I'm also kind of curious to go back to it now that it has returned, and it's a monthly release, I think, or bi-monthly. I'm not 100% sure. What's my favorite Gundam style of manga? I don't read many mecha manga, so I don't have. I kind of want to read Gundam Origins because those books just look really beautiful. I'm not sure if you've seen the physical editions of that. It really looks really beautiful and expensive. I kind of want to check it out. other than that, I think the only Gundam style manga I read was a Macross 7 manga. That wasn't really that good. It was called Macross 7 Trash. It wasn't that good. So I didn't like it. World Trigger's fantastic background arc is setting up for them to finally get into serious battles. So we haven't gotten. I remember getting some serious battles on the very beginning. Not sure how it goes from there. But yeah, they do look amazing. So manga that I'm caught up with, manga, man. In Portuguese we do say mangas, and Silver is Portuguese. I guess it's not here, which is kind of sad because he was the first one. So if someone is in here from the server, from the Portuguese server, tag him to come and check. So he's caught up. It's caught up with Deadpool. Is there only 8 chapters? I guess there's only 8 chapters that are translated, or maybe he just hasn't updated the list, which is fair. These are all the things we saw there. Okay, completed. There we go. Kanata no Master at the 9. That's really good. I've read it last year. It was pretty good. By the same guy who made Sket Dance, and it's now writing Witch Watch. And I'm enjoying Witch Watch, which if you've seen my video with Axel, you probably know. But I'm enjoying Witch Watch a lot. And Kanata no Master, for me, it's even better than Witch Watch because it has a really interesting plot. And especially towards the end, the plot twist that it has is pretty cool. So if you're looking for a space mystery comedy, it's a bit of everything, honestly. But if you're looking for a cool sci-fi, Kanata no Master. Attack on Titan, I want to read that. So for those that I haven't talked about, I am planning on doing a blind read series on Attack on Titan. And I'm planning on doing them soon because I actually bought the digital editions when there was a bundle of them on Humble Bundle, and it wasn't only most of the volumes, it was also a lot of the spin-offs, so I have a lot of that as well. So yeah. I still haven't read Jujutsu Kaisen 0. I should. Arigato. This is a thing that exists, right? Burn the Witch 7.5. That's a little bit high for me. 5 chapters. I guess they joined the one shot. It makes sense. Kimetsu no Yaiba 7.5. I think that's fair. I did a review of Kimetsu no Yaiba. If you guys wanna check out my opinions on that. AOT can be rough to begin with due to the art. Yeah, that's the thing. I actually have started Attack on Titan. Back when the first season of the anime came out, but I really didn't like the art style. So I never read. I think I read 2 chapters, and then I just dropped it. Any meeting? Good luck with the stream. Yeah, thank you. And professional. It's not professional at all, but thank you. Telling the friend I plan reading and Spider-Man manga. Yay. I'm not sure if you read this because of my video, but I read this for a video recently as well. And Fairy Tail 7, I actually read for my next video that I'm working on right now. I actually read the first 3 or 4 chapters of Fairy Tail, and they were fun. They were funny, I guess I should say. But I actually enjoyed them. I remember reading up to like chapter 100 something originally and not enjoying it that much, but the first chapters, they were okay. I liked them. Yeah, I agree with this score. Not many people agree with this score, but I agree with this score. Part 5, 7. It's not one of my favorites. Pluto a 7. That's yes, it's you, Silver. I'm almost completing your completed list. Guardian of the Witch 6.5. That's a bit high for Guardian of the Witch, isn't it? um, Promise Neverland. You have, I get it, but you have Guardian of the Witch at the same score as Promise Neverland. Yeah, and that is. I mean, I get it because Promise Neverland just kind of loses track after the first arc, and then it regains a little bit with Goldie Pound arc, but then it just loses it again. But overall, I still feel like it's a little bit better than Guardian of the Witch, just a little bit. Like if you liked it, that's fair. That's all you need. Fairy Tail is a series you should try to just have fun instead of taking it super serious. Yes, yeah, that's the kind of a thing. I think I read it on a different time in my life, and I just couldn't appreciate things for what they were. So maybe I'll enjoy it more. Yeah, yeah. Silent Voice doesn't get a score. I hope it's a 10. I hope it's a 10. So I can raise my list because it's only the smileys. They are. Shit, that was that. Oh, I gotta. Fuck. Yeah, the smileys. Jesus, the smileys are good. It's not completed. Then if it's not completed, it should be here, or not here because these are caught up here. God, sorry. Jesus, I burned my tongue. Look back, 9.5 fair score. That's my favorite one shot. Kami-san, the one shot of Kami-san, I also rated pretty high. I also rated. I really liked it as well. I think I put it around the same level as the Sound Voice one shot. I think they kind of do. They really don't do the same, but they offer a really cool intro into the series, and they are able to stand by themselves. I guess Kami-san and Sound Voice both are series that the first chapter by itself holds really well. So that I guess that's part of it. And then the Death Note one shot I hate. You didn't read the Death Note manga, so I guess we're not gonna see your opinion on Death Note if you like it more the one shot or not. Yes, I've seen your reading. I went through it. We started there. You have this paused, which I don't know what it is. And then the planning. We're not gonna look at the plannings. I mean, yours aren't too big. You shouldn't read this. That's all I'm saying. You shouldn't read this. Don't do it. Do I follow Broken Roaring? Yes, I follow Broken Roaring. We actually talk a little bit. I have a collab with him on my channel, which is like my third most seen video. And Nostalgic, I can add you to the list, but this is the list right now. We're on the number 1. So hopefully my hope is I can get to like here. But since the two big ones are the next, or that's gonna ruin everything. So we're gonna move to him. We're gonna move to 10, and we're gonna look at some stats. Check the Bloody Girl one. I'll look into it. And Kami-san is a one shot. A lot of manga have like one shots, so you should check your favorite manga to see if it has a one shot or not. So yes, it's gonna take a little while because 10 is a big list. We're gonna order it by this, and I'm just gonna like show you the stat like 8,000. And he has a bunch of like things, and the plannings, he has like, it has like 7,000 in planning. So yeah, we're not gonna check that. So you're reading Solo Leveling. This is Solo Leveling, right? Solo Leveling, yes. I've heard a lot about it. Bakemonogatari, I kind of want to check it out actually. Yeah, 10's list is a little bit. He has tons of lists. That's breaks it even worse, even more. This one is also one I want to to check out soon, because I know it's the guy who wrote he's or whatever, and I want to check it out. I have no idea what this is. Ghost in the Shell 2. I'm curious about Ghost in the Shell 2 because I hated Ghost in the Shell 1 so much. I guess I didn't hate it. I just find it like extremely boring. So I'm kind of curious how this one will hold up. If it's better, if it's worse. It's a horror one. I like horror ones. Suicide Bombing Classroom, and of course TGG has reviewed it. They have it on planning. I'm gonna add it to planning because I like adding anything that has horror to planning. Phantom I don't know any of these, which should be expected. You're reading Doro. That's nice. That's a good manga to reread. Nausicaa. I've seen a little bit of the movie. Then I fall asleep. I felt me and my girlfriend both kind of fallen asleep during Nausicaa. We were very tired, but then she didn't really want it to continue watching the next day, which is a pity because we got the DVD actually. As a Ghost in the Shell fan, the first manga consists of Turtle paneling a lot of badly composed technological lingo. Yes, it does. So is the second one better? Because if it is, I might check it out. And the Monogatari is amazing. It's a masterpiece. Yes, I've heard a lot of good stuff about Monogatari, and at first I didn't really want to check out the manga anyways because manga adaptations of light novels and anime tend to not be good. But a lot of people have been saying that the manga of Monogatari not only is really good, I've seen some people saying that it is actually the best version to experience the story. I'm not 100% sure if that's the case or not, because I'm completely new to Monogatari, but if it is, I probably should check it out. You only recommend the standalone complex. Okay, I'm gonna check the standalone. Why are we reading Seishun Pop? I'm not sure what this is. Why are we reading Phantom Blood? That would be also my question. Not sure what this is. Loves your phone. So I guess it's a VA kind of manga. Loves the world through their phone. Special loves band incest. Nice name. And Singer Ive. Oh, it's a music manga. Darren has a 1 out of 10. Yeah, that's a good sign. Well, I was curious. No, I'm not. I'm not so sure. You wrote it. You rated it a 4, and you're reading it. So that's curious to me. Okay, I'll either avoid it or I'll read it for if I'm looking for a particularly bad manga, because sometimes I do that. Ongoing Hajime no Hippo. Yeah, so Tan reads a lot of like gigantic manga. So we got Hajime no Hippo, we got One Piece, Kingdom, Villain Saga. Is I guess it's not as big. Shinowadashi. Wasn't this supposed to have ended already? I'm really waiting for this one to end so I can just start and binge it, because I'm probably going to be able to binge everything. But yeah, I'm really waiting for it to end, and I've been hearing that it's supposed to be ending for the past half a year. So yeah, more such streams you might react to mine too. Yeah, I plan on doing, if this one goes well, if so far it is, it's being fun. I'm probably gonna do a lot more. I'd say the Alien is better. The manga has a lot more scenes that makes the story much more conventional, which is kind of takes away from one of its main appeal, its weirdness. Okay, yeah, I can understand that. I'm reading it despite Darren. Fair. Yeah, Shibuno Wadashi supposedly, I guess, was supposed to end. And the thing is, from what I know from Mashimi, like, every chapter you can kind of read it in like a minute or two. At least with some of the manga that I read from him, that's kind of what happens. Spy X Family 6. I mean, I haven't read Spy X Family to have an opinion. That too, which is you have it at a tree. I kind of want to read. I really want to read that too. I'm expecting to be like super trash, but it does sound like the kind of trash that I would enjoy. You have Gantz E. I'm actually rereading Gantz, so after I'm done with rereading that, I should probably read the spin-offs because I haven't read them, and I think it should be fun to read them with the manga a little bit more fresh in my mind. You have Eshimon, Dororon, and Shugomaru, which I hope you're enjoying. I've been enjoying all three of these, honestly. That too is great. He says rating it a 3 out of 10. Fine. Also, I'm not sure if you... I'm looking there for the screen because for the chat because it's on another computer a bit far away. But yeah. That too is so stupid I kind of love it. That's my hope. That's my hope. That it's pretty bad in a way that it's really enjoyable. So you don't have any 10s. Okay, so you have Ajimono Hippo and Dororo as a 10, which are two very fair 10s. Then completed, I guess you don't have a 10. You have Akira and Beck, which are really good manga. Also have those as a 9. Pluto also have a 9. Slam Dunk 2. 20th Century Boys I have as at a 10. I'd put 20th Century Boys above all of... Well, I haven't read this one, but above all the others. Especially above Pluto. I think... I can see why some people like Pluto more. Because it's a little bit more condensed, and especially the ending of 20th Century Boys is not... it's not the best. But I enjoyed it a lot. I need to reread it. Is this the Tezuka Adolf manga? Yeah. It doesn't look like it by the cover. I kind of want to read this Message to Adolf. I should read and do a video on all the Adolf manga that exists, Adolf Hitler manga, because I think there's at least 2, but I'm pretty sure there's like 3 or 4. Then you have Kiansenonate, you get Robo. I expect a lot of Gonagai. Oshino Samidare, which is getting an anime adaptation. I'm pretty excited about the anime adaptation of that one. Steel Barrel and Stone Ocean. I think these... So I guess these are the highest you've rated JoJo's, which is the next 2 parts I'm reading, so hopefully I'll do the same. This one is great. Kakaku Shikajika. I think I've talked on my channel a couple of times. I know I've talked about it at least once on a really old video of mine, but I really like it. There's a few where he shows up as a character too, but it's really about Hitler. There aren't that many. Okay, I think there's at least like 3. There's a main camp manga. There's a lot of like, I don't remember the name. Yeah, the Variety Art Works. Yeah, that's the guys who do a lot of those kind of manga. Read Kinishi, the Mightiest Discipline. Yeah, I've heard about it. And I haven't. I should at some point because I think I'll like it, but I haven't. I think I've read something from that other. Not 100% sure. Go Get a Roar is not real from Gunna Guy. Oh, okay. Then my bad. I thought it was. Konokatashi at Nate. That's fair. Monster Nate's. Pluto is your favorite Urasawa. To me that's interesting. And I think we've talked about it. I'm not 100% sure. Hey, hello, Sweezy. So yeah. Onani Master Kurosawa, 8. I have this one as a 10. This one is one of my favorites. I love it. But yeah, all of these are really good manga. Like, I should read this one because I've really gotten into Fukumoto recently. with Kaiji. I've read part 1 and part 2. I've read a random one from him that was really short. But it wasn't super good, but it was interesting as well. So, and I've heard Kurosawa is also one of Fukumoto's best, so I should check it out. This one is also really beautiful. Takemitsu Samurai I've actually mentioned on my top manga of last year. Not because I read it last year, but because I talked about a Matsumoto manga, and Takemitsu Samurai is really one of the most visually interesting manga I've read so far. So if you want something that looks different, that feels different, you should check it out. I think I rated about an 8 as well. But yeah, you should check it out, this manga, if you haven't. I hope it's not burning. This still feels hot. Okay, it's doable. It was doable. YKK. If you read this one, this is my recommendation. If you read A Girl's Last Tour, you should read YKK. If you read YKK and liked it, you should read Girl's Last Tour. And if you read both, well, fuck you, I guess. I kind of want to reread Akanohana because I remember loving it, but then it just out of my brain. I don't remember a single thing other than I remember one panel, which is when they kind of like destroy the classroom and they're like laying on the floor and there's like a giant black blob. I remember that panel and I remember anything else from that manga, except that I apparently loved it. Gintokin is one of my favorite Fukumoto manga. Yeah, I haven't read it. I haven't heard of it, I guess. I'll check it out. Kurosawa is even better than Kaiji. I hope it is. And Akagi. I haven't read Akagi because I am learning Mahjong, so I can read Kaiji Part 3, and then I probably will try to read Akagi as well. Since mine isn't coming for a while, I'll go ahead and do a quick read rate numerically so you can rank me easier. Okay. Fine. List you'll take a look today. I don't know. I don't know how many lists I'm gonna take a look. Hopefully 10 or so. We'll see. After I'm done with 10, others should be a little bit faster. Except Yube. Can we apply to being roasted? You can check my Discord channel if you server if you are on my Discord, or you can check my community tab. I have a post there asking for profiles, and my Twitter account. I also have a profile post there. You guys can go. I'm not gonna check you guys this week because there's just too many. But I can check you guys some other week, hopefully. So I could drop an 8. Where I missed that. I haven't read Uzagi Drop. Have I? I want to say I have. No, I think. Damn, yeah, because this one is old as all hell. I think I've seen the anime of this. I think this is one of the very, very few I've seen the anime of this. And I've heard like the manga, the second part of the manga is really bad because of incest reasons. So yeah. Aqua, I've been told to read this one. I've actually read the first chapter of Aqua like probably like 3 times. But it never got past in the first chapter. Which I should. Chainsaw Man 7, that's a travesty. Actually just got... Sorry. Actually just gotten Volume 4, which came in the mail today. Now I'm missing number 5, Volume 5, which I should... I think I can get it soon. I'm just seeing myself falling. Crash watching anime. Yeah, I used to. Back in 2011, I watched anime. So yeah, I think I kind of more or less stopped it back in like 2012, 2013. I don't remember. I should have a place where you guys could submit your analyst profiles. Again, check my community tab. If you guys check my community tab, I have a post there where you can just post it there, and then I'm gonna check it out on a future stream. I'll add it to the list. Also missing Volume 5. Yeah, Volume 5 it was really hard. I saw a store that had Volume 5 in Lisbon, and I was in Lisbon at the time with my girlfriend. We were like lunching together, and I saw the post on the store. I was like, I'm sorry, we're gonna need to go to a store today because they just got restocked in a bunch of manga, and I need Volume 5. And I went there. We took like about an hour or so because we needed to finish lunching, of course. And then the volume zero volumes left. They had some Chainsaw Man volumes because I eventually I got volume 8 because I also didn't have that. But volume 5 was gone. They had like volume 3, 6, and 8, I think. Those were the only ones. I see, yeah. And they called me today telling me they have more, but I'm not sure where I'm going to get that. Dragon has a 7. I've done a video on this. I really love it, especially the first arc. It's really, really good. Endless, and then Eden is an Endless World, also one that I absolutely love. Or I remember absolutely loving, and I remember very little of it. I guess I should say that. More like at Robo. Green Blood is fantastic, really, really fantastic art style. Which, I think this mangaka, this guy, Kakizaki, has a bunch of like really, really cool stuff. I read Hideout, Green Blood. I've read this one, and the art style's generally really, really amazing. I guess some people won't like it because it is like very detailed, but have you seen Neon Genesis Evangelion? I've seen half of Neon Genesis Evangelion because a friend of mine lent me the DVDs, and I saw half of it, but then I stopped, and then he was like, "Bro, you have the DVDs for like 10 years. Please give them back to me." So I had to I still have the movie because he gave me and I forgot to give him back, and he isn't talking to me. So Killen, if you're here, I don't know. Tell Belbut I have his Evangelion because he hasn't talking to me for like 2 years. And I don't know why. Oh, that's something for different time. The JoJo's all these JoJo's are 7. I would put part 4 higher, but the other two, yeah, they look fine to me. Look Back 7, or one of these friends. Hey, I actually from that friend I have a ton of his stuff, and from Killen as well. I have his Kingdom Hearts. So if you're on the stream, because I saw you were a little while ago. I'm sorry, I still have your Kingdom Hearts, and I'm currently on Birth by Sleep, so I haven't even reached the 2.8, which is on that you lend me. So I'm really sorry about that. Yeah. We should meet, so I can give you that back. And if you're not here, well, I'm sorry. To be like dealing all this information to random people. Pokemon is the Pokemon things now able to reach him? The guy is gone. The guy is gone. I didn't know Pokemon. Okay, they have a compilation, I guess, because they are separated, which is fine. It's actually nice that they're separated. Yeah. I've read a little bit of the Pokemon of the first one, but And I liked it, but I don't know. Rest Sasura Emanon 7. That's I guess it's fair. I haven't seen Homoide Hemanon, so I'm guessing you haven't either read it or you rated it lower, which that is concerning. And yes, this is live. Oh, you're playing Kingdom Hearts. I still have it there to play, but I kind of started Kingdom Hearts again because when Sora got announced to Super Smash Bros, I was like, I'm gonna go back to it. Yeah, Spider-Man 7. I thought it was a really good manga. I guess 7 is not a bad score. Act Age is 6. All you need is kill is 6. I guess it's fair. The art style is really good. And all you need is kill. Sorry, I mean it's decent. It's decent. Devilman is 6, which is kind of, I think I've rated it. No, I think I've rated 7, just because it is so insane. It was fun, but I guess your 6 is probably my 7, just because I know there's some down here that I really like. Final Girl, this one looks interesting to me. This is a one shot. I've heard about it. I haven't read it. It's a one shot. I should read it, but I haven't. Frankenfran 6 and Frisia 6. Frisia is really good. I don't think I've ever recommended it in the channel, or maybe I have, but it's really good. Everything that this guy does is at the very least interesting. Jiro Matsumoto. This guy has a lot of like really interesting, like Wendy, Netsai no Citron, Frisia, Benshi no Mandala, which Archangel, if you're here, because I think I saw you above, you have, I think it's from Benshi no Mandala, that your profile picture is from, and that's really cool. That's all I wanted to say. That's really cool. Do you ever find it hard to keep up with publishing manga? I finished the completed manga yesterday and it was really amazing. It's not something you can do with publishing. Yeah, that is kind of what I'm doing. I stopped reading ongoings because of that, because it's really hard to keep up with them. So I prefer to follow or to read completed, and I follow few ongoings, most of them from Shonen Jump, because they have a very tight schedule. Every Sunday we got a new chapter, so that's easy to keep up. Anything other than that, yeah, All You Need Is Kill was a light novel as far as I know, and it was adapted into a live action movie with Tom Cruise, which is weird. But I haven't read it. I haven't watched it or read the light novel. Gekiki Hitler. So this is the other one from Shigeru. Forgot his name. Shigeru Mizuki. Yeah, Shigeru Mizuki. This is the other Hitler manga that I kind of wanna check out. More Getter Robo. How many Getter Robos exists? That's a lot of Getter Robos. Is Deadpool Samurai? Oh, sorry. Yes, Deadpool Samurai, from the little that I've read, yes, was really, really fun. I've only read about 7 chapters. And it was, I mean, if you like Deadpool, it's the kind of Deadpool humor. If you like the Deadpool movie, for example, and you're into manga, I think you're gonna enjoy Deadpool Samurai. If you don't like the fourth wall breaking humor, you probably will not like it, I guess. But because I love fourth wall breaking, I really enjoyed it. But I want to grab the physicals because it's only 2 volumes, and yeah, it's easy. Was The Edge of Tomorrow? That's the name of the movie. IQ one shot. I didn't saw the IQ manga, which scares me. Elsinga 6, that's fair. I think it's 6-7 material. It's fun though. It's really fun. Elsinga is just like pure edgy fun. Imaro no An a 6, yes, fair. Lover no Neku a 6. Actually, this one was almost into my top 15 manga of 2021. And actually originally was in it, but I had to remove one because I had 16, and I already had another Matsumoto manga on the list, so that's kind of why I took this one. Did I took this one, or did I keep it? No, I took this one. Then I kept Gogo Monster. Yeah, that's. But this one is also quite an interesting read, and really beautiful as well. Miso, I want to read this one. Looks cool. Naruto 6. That's gonna piss off a lot of people. It's not gonna piss off me, but it's gonna piss off a lot of people. Omoi the Amanon 6. Yeah. How do you like? I watched the IQ anime. Fair. But how do you like Satsure Emanon more than Omoi the Emanon? That's fine. I guess it's your taste, but it's definitely not my taste. Yes, he rated the. Well, I can't find it anymore. With the one shot of 6. I mean, it's a one shot. I guess that's not gonna piss you off a lot. But I bet you have the one shot of 10 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10. One Piece episode A. It's completed. I haven't finished it. I've read the first chapter, and I liked it. It was fun. I want to read these two. And then Prince of Tennis, which was the manga that 10 recommended me to read, and I haven't. And he has recommended to me about a year ago, more than a year ago, actually. And I just, sorry about that. Sasura's just said more. I fine, I guess. Let's Demonon was cancelled. See, Madoka, this is how I know you don't watch my videos. Yeah, it was cancelled after the 4th volume and the 3rd of Sasura Emanon. I guess just because the author just was really lazy at writing, and the company was just like, we're not gonna publish more. So he never actually finished it. The light novels which the manga is based on, actually I'm not sure if it's light novels or just novels, but the novels that Emanon is based on are still ongoing, so that's why technically it is cancelled. Yeah, they were like super slowly. Voynich Hotel is 6. Voynich Hotel is another one that's quite funny. So it's by Dauman. I have a problem pronouncing this guy's name. I think Simon Dauman. Yeah, Dauman Simon. I don't know. It's a stupid name, but his manga are quite fun. I just read this one last month. This one is good. I read it. It's kind of like an Among Us manga, honestly, which it doesn't look like it at all from this image, but it kind of is about 11 people stuck in a spaceship with an emergency button, and that have one imposter among them, which is very sus and Maugush. But yeah, it's kind of like Among Us. 5 to Bunue. I really like this one. Oh, you have the light novel. And you like I guess you like All You Need Is Kill the manga better, I suppose. Burn the Witcher 5, that is fine with me. Children of Five. That is, yeah, I guess that is fine with me as well. Is this Araki? Huh. I kind of want to read. Oh, it's from JoJo. I kind of want to read Araki manga that isn't JoJo. I need to read Baho. But yeah, I don't think he's written a lot more than Baho. So I didn't watch him. Okay, that's fair. That is fair. You're off the hook. Gantzy, Ice Cove the Dead, also rated about a 5. I'm quickly running out of tea. What the hell is this? Imegoro. Is this porn? Might be porn. I guess it's not porn. It looks a little bit like it. Cross-dressing, okay. See, Keanu 5, that is completely fair. I still need to read these two. I didn't like Keon, but I still planning on reading these two because I am insane. Kamitama no Itorio 5, I accept that, but there's the two situations. You either have to read part 2 because it is insanely better than part 1, or you have read part 2 and you rated lower, and that is a sin against humanity. So if I see Kamisama no Itori ni down here, I'm gonna be pissed. Just so you know. I didn't know Mononoke had a manga. I was gonna ask if it's good, but I guess unless I'm checking out, I don't know. It's gonna depend on how fast I get through this one, which is taking like about an hour now that I'm looking at it. So I'm gonna try to rush it. Orange 5, that's bad. It's a good manga. I don't know why so many people don't like Orange. And I don't know why it's ongoing again, but I like Orange. Solonia 5, that is why? It's such a good manga. Oh my god, such a good manga. Star Wars manga. I guess it's summoned them. I'm sorry, I'm gonna try to rush it just a little bit because other people want to see their lists as well. I want to see other people's lists as well. I've forgotten Yumeko. I've read this recently. I didn't give it a 4. I give it a little bit higher. I don't think it was that bad. Kyriani the same. I don't think it's 4. I don't think it's a negative score bad. I think it's more like a 5, 6. Deadpool Samurai 4. I guess this is a one shot. I haven't read this one, so I'm not gonna touch it. Definitely the 4. Fair. And then the okay, but the one shot, the only one shot, which is out of this thing. Yeah, it really wasn't that good. And then you have the Drifting Classroom as a 4. I only read like the first volume, which I have here. I'm not gonna take it out because I'm gonna ruin my house again. But I really it was really good. I thought it wasn't gonna be worse than it was so far. So far, it's been really great. I don't know how it ends. I don't know how the next couple of volumes are, but at least like the first 10 chapters are really good. Orange is not good. Orange is good. I mean, apparently new Orange chapters will be released. Okay, so I need to reread Orange. Can you say hi and hope you have a wonderful stream? Yes, I am, and thank you. It's just running face to still throw my list. You can throw your lists. Again, community tab, you can put it there, and I'll add it to the list because you can see it's here. And I'm gonna check it on a later stream. So hopefully, Drifting Classroom goes downhill. Oh, that's sad. I tried to buy the volume 2, and it was out of stock. It wasn't out of stock. They canceled my order. But I kind of want to, even if it goes downhill, I kind of want to get the rest of the books because they'll look really good. How is Manga list going through? If you don't mind asking that, it's going tiring because 10 has a billion manga. This is I don't know if you guys can see. This is where we are after an hour. This is where we are on the list. God. Give too many PD scores. I don't know. I think I'm kind of like the person who gives sometimes a bit of a pity score. I guess I'm just overly positive. Like scoring something 7 and 5 or 6. Yeah, I guess some people do that. Again, I think I might do that here and there. I'm trying to be more strict with my scores. But yeah. Like I for example, with JoJo's Part 1, I think originally gave it like a 6.5, and the more I look back at it, the worse I feel about it. So right now I think it's 4.5, because it's kind of like, nah. Yeah, it can be a little bit dragging. Nozokiana 4. This is another one where I can see, but Nozokiana is so good. It's really insane. I'm actually planning on doing a video on Nozokiana. Not sure when or how, but I really wanted to do a video on it. Uzumaki 4, I'm not gonna touch that. I'm sure that this is gonna piss someone, but yeah, I'm not gonna touch it. Yeah, I had put you here. I guess. No, I don't know where you are. But anyways, I'm gonna have to go through all of these people. So I'm sorry. Angry Joker 3, Kanata no Asura 3. Man, you really, your scores really make me sad. Shonanachi, I really like Shonanachi. It got cancelled, but I really liked it. Lakana 1. Tommy 1? I haven't read Tommy, but I don't think it was worthy of 1. Sorry, I don't think it should be worthy of 1. I hope it's not, because I bought it. It is 0 dislikes. Yay! For me, anything that's at least a 6.5 is something I'd probably read again, and even with a 6, something I'd probably read once, but never read again. Whereas a 5 is something I'd drop halfway. Okay, so my thing is I don't drop, or I try very hard to not drop manga. So even a 5 for me will be something I'd read. But yeah, I tried like a 6 be something that it is at least positive. You have the same shelf? Yeah, this is. I also have. I'm gonna show you guys my other side of the room, but it's a mess. But I'm waiting for it to appear. Okay. No, it's not. There we go. So yeah, I have that shelf also. That's a Billy, and everyone has it. Everyone has one of those laying around apparently. Yeah. Until the pause drop. Oh my god. Okay, at least you haven't scored the Zelda's one. I don't know why. But at least we're done with readings. I priority. Actually, let me just see what. Okay, we have 10 dropped, and 27 paused. We can do that. You dropped Ice Shield, and you dropped. Okay, so you dropped Mecha Chapter 4. I can understand that. Because Medaka really becomes a little bit better a while down the line. A little while down the line. But you should. I kind of want. You should check it out again. You should give it at least like chapter like 40 if you have the time. I know it's kind of a very worthy manga to be reading, anyways. Stream my shelf, please respond. Yeah. And yes, this list is extensive, but we're almost done. So we're just gonna check out his paused. I also have Berserk paused, so we're not. It's fine. Hunter x Hunter paused. I guess I understand why. Vagabond. I suppose these are because they are on hold. Jojolian you can finish now. Bakuman on pause. Ichigo 100%. Chapter 1. Chapter 1 really doesn't reflect the rest of the series. And Gash. Zatch Bell or Gash Bell. It's... I want to read it because a lot of people recommend it to me. Layer Game. Actually, I paused this as well. Volume 2. It was fun, but I was reading Kaiji as well, and I preferred Kaiji. And Yasumi Punpun it paused. You should go back to it. Oh, you have more paused. The hell is this? Nah, sorry, man. Sorry, mate. We need to move on. I'm losing my voice already. God. 1 hour, 2 lists. Real ones don't drop, just put it on hold for all eternity. Yes, that is 100% what I do. That is 100% what I do. Okay, so this is Orange Sunshine, which supposedly has a lot of really hot takes. Well, I'm not sure if it's hot takes. I just know that I've had some discussions with Orange, and so far, every time we talk about a manga, we disagree on our opinion about a manga. With that said, I'm really happy to see that he has an exotic layout. And is Yuko on your favorites? Yuko isn't on your favorite characters here at least, but Yuko is one of my favorite characters, and probably like top 10 characters. And I love exotic, so we're at least one thing. So at like 33 viewers. Holy shit, that's like triple what I normally have. So nice. Thank you everyone for that. And also hello Doofy. This was paused for half an hour. How? You thought I was silent for half an hour? Okay, let's check the readings. I know he likes a lot more shoujo, which I don't read too much. I really want to get more into shoujo, so maybe I can get some recommendations. Beyond of the Dawn, I think this one is one of those that I kind of want to check out, but it is ongoing, which sucks because I don't like ongoings. D. Grayman, I want to go back to it. I put it on pause because it was on hiatus back then, and I want to go back to it and return. And Tide of Conan is another one that I kind of want to do that as well, because Tide of Conan is probably the 5th manga I've ever read, but then it got really tiring because it's just cases after cases, and when you're not reading anything else, it gets really, really burned out. But it's been 13 years since I read it, so yeah, I'm not burned out anymore. And I probably don't even need to start from the first chapter because nothing happens. I'm pretty sure the only plot events that happened was that he became a kid, and then a girl became a kid, and now there's this no, not a girl, like a woman became a kid as well, and there was like this weird love triangle thing happening with the weirdly teenage girl and a kid. It was weird, but yeah, I think that's the only plot that happened, and I read about 250 chapters. Don't mind Tail, get the months to ban you. Well, I guess that's gonna happen because you're really. I think you're really far. Again, I lose people in here, and you have a different name. Yeah, you're here. I'm sorry. We're not gonna talk about your list, Hele. I'm really sorry. You have Full Metal 10. I'm pretty sure that's the entirety of your list. It's just rereading Full Metal over and over again. React Meta, it works, man. Nagatoro 10, yes. I haven't read it, so I can talk about it. Kami-sama 10, which I have it at a 9, but I can appreciate. Dead of Conan, something I want to get into also. I just don't know if I want to commit after reading Hajime no Hippo in 5 months. Yeah. What I'm gonna do when I eventually go back to Dead of Conan is that I want to read a case or 2 or 3 cases and then stop. And then we'll go read another manga or whatever, and then go back and read another 2 or 3 cases. So that way I'll avoid burnout. I'll read it very slowly, but contrary to like things like One Piece, where everyone is discussing the new chapters, I don't see anyone discussing Dead of Conan chapters, so I don't think I have any risk of getting spoilers, and I'm pretty sure the plot hasn't moved either way, because Dead of Conan doesn't move the plot. Never. So, have that word puzzle 10, don't do that to me. I know, I think Yue has it at a 7. And Crash Shonen Challenge, I'm still gonna finish Psyche K. Yeah, Naruto Go, yeah, that's a lot. And reading, yeah, that's a lot of manga to just jump into Dead of Conan. Yeah, reading a case of Conan every now and then sounds like good. I mean, sure, it may take a while, but what's the rush? What's the rush? Yeah, okay, don't mind all the 10s. You have a lot of 10s. I didn't even notice till someone said Nagatoro. It's not on chat anymore, but I think it was Madoka that said Nagatoro 10. But yeah, I didn't even notice the scores till that. You have Nana 10, Pokemon 10, Shaman King spin-offs at 10, Skip Beat at 10. You have a lot of things at 10. Then 9.9, Grand Blue, the only 9.9. What did it do that it can't be a 10? That's the thing with 9.9. I mean, I get 9.5s, but like, or I get 9.9s when it's people that have like a 1 or 2 10s. But like, you have all these 10s. Why? What did Grand Blue did to you to deserve a 9.9? Yeah, we'll read. Let me see the rest if there's anything. See, you read a lot of manhwas as well, which I don't. So a lot of these things are things that I don't read. Blue Box is 9. I can agree with that. I haven't rated it yet because it's not it's not too far into. I mean, I don't rate ongoings with the exception of One Piece because it's One Piece. Yeah. Can do decimal rating. 9.9 must all be a 10. Yeah, I do decimals with 0.5, but 9.9 or 8.9 for me it's 9. The only exception I have was with Satan 666 because I rate that a 6.5, and Duncan saw that and said, "Why the hell do you have Satan 666 at 6.5 when you could have it at 6.6?" And so I changed it to 6.6, and now it looks like a joke rating, but it's actually kind of exactly what I actually feel about the manga. So, these ones with gigantic titles, isekais, you read a lot of things that I don't. That's kind of like the conclusion I'm getting. So I can't talk about a lot of these. Ashinoko, I've heard a lot of good things about it. The art style looks. I'm just waiting for it to end. But it looks like something I would enjoy. Aminofuru, Kenny Flurry, a Nate, fine. I mean, you may like it, but especially, I mean, the final chapter is kind of fun, but I think the rest of it is. I'll give it a 6. It's definitely not the worst battle shonen, canceled battle shonen that Jump had. But it is worse than The Elusive Samurai, in my opinion. So I remember you saying that you didn't like a lot of Shonen Jump stuff, like there's currently ongoing. But your score doesn't seem to reflect that. So far, Die Dark a 7. Nah, bro. I was reading. That art currently is my shit manga, which is a manga that I take whenever I'm taking a shit. That I know I'm gonna take too long. I take one of these. I take the book, and I read one chapter of it. And it's kind of what I'm doing. And I'm in the middle of volume 2. And it's amazing. It's shit manga, but it's amazing. It's probably another 10 out of 10 when it's finished, because I don't know, Kiwa Aishida is it's just amazing. And just find 9.9 something that it basically perfect, kind of missed the ending. Okay, even then I think the ending is a little bit more important than a 0.1. Actually, there's a lot of people who put a lot of like important put a lot of importance into the ending of a manga. I put some, but if the manga was enjoyable up till the end, it's not the end that's going to ruin me the manga forever. The chapters is when I rate stuff. Yeah, I mean that's fair. I generally wait. I like to wait till it ends, because I gave Nisekoi throughout its run every score from 9 to 5 at a certain point, and it was much better for me to, when I finished the manga, it was like, okay, I'm feeling like an 8 overall, an 8.5 overall. Then I'm feeling a 5 in this arc, and now I'm gonna feeling a 6. Now I'm gonna feeling a 9 again, because it's good again. Just kept shifting, and since then I just don't rate it anymore. A lot of these, of course, Doofy. Of course, it was Doofy. I haven't really been through my list in a while, so I should update the scores. You should. It's reading manga and the toilet. It's differently. It does. Have you read Guns? I'm rereading Guns right now, and it's really good. It was really good. Then it's one of those manga where I kind of just forget about everything that happens, because you read it so fast. And now I'm reading, and it kind of just remembered why I liked it so much, because it's fun. It has some moments that are kind of iffy, but overall it's just like pure raw fun. So yeah, I appreciate that. Rokanashi Blues, I want to check it out so much. And I mean, I guess I can, but I'm waiting for it to end. For the scanlations to end, because the manga ended like 20 years ago, or 40 years ago by now, because I'm old as fuck. And I think the manga ended before I was born. Did it? No. But it started before I was born. So, yeah. Vagabond 6, that's also something that's gonna piss a lot of people out, but I haven't read it, so I'm not gonna touch that. Gantz has too many spin-offs. Yeah, that was the thing. When I finish Gantz, or rereading Gantz, I want to check out the spin-offs, because right now I'm not in any position to check them out. I find it cool going through a person's manga list, because you can find something new from time to time if it intrigues you. Yeah, that's kind of like, that's the thing I do a lot of the times. Just check out people's lists, see like what I can find sometimes, because a lot of people read a lot more than me, and even some people like Sunshine has read about as the same as me, but since he reads a lot of different things than me, I said me a lot, there's a lot of manga here that I can just like pick and find. Like, I don't know what this is. This one I want to read. But yeah, just a lot of things are just kind of like I can check out. Like, this is sports isekai or whatever. This is a sports isekai. This is a baseball isekai. Fuck. What the hell? I just took the summer, Koshian by Storm, essential life featured it for us enough pitches, but on the way home from the game, Team suffered a tragic accident, of course, and he died. Only to be transported to a new world where all international conflicts are resolved by a game of... But, unfortunately, the country was landed was the weakest. Okay, fine. Okay, the thing is, this looks like the character behind it looks like kind of fantasy. What the hell is that? Sunshine, help me out. Is this like a fantasy baseball thing? Isekai? I don't even care about this one anymore. What the fuck was that? Okay. Read a manga called Natsu no Zenitsu. I'm gonna look it up. I'm sorry, because I don't know. The name sounds kind of familiar. Natsu no Ze. Then I'm really bad at writing and speaking. This one? Natsu no Zenitsu. Was this Ninjutsu? Okay, I'm gonna put it on plan, but no, I haven't read it. It's 5 volumes, not too big. Okay, wait, no, this updated way too fast. I was like, did I put it on planning already? Day before summer. No, I haven't read this. I'll check it out. Just reading PTRs over, yeah. That's why people have giant PTRs. Generally really good or interesting. What the baseball isekai? I hope it's interesting. I've heard good things about baseball isekai. Pretty good grounded baseball. But it looked fine. I'll let it slide. Azumanga Daioh 10. I have it as a 9. But your 10s are my 9s, I guess. It's a really good manga. I have a couple of problems with 4-koma manga in general, especially the old style of 4-koma, because it's a style that is kind of evolved in recent years. But the old style of 4-koma I really don't like much, but Azumanga Daioh is really, really good. It's probably the best. I mean, it's the best I've read so far. And it's probably the best there is. Okay, this is a light novel. I was confusing. I was confused because I thought this was a manga at first. Yin Tosaji, I want to read this. Uniyasha. I should read a lot more Rumiko manga. This one is the one that I want to check out. Maison Ikkoku. Because I've heard it influenced Lavina. I should read Maison Ikkoku. Should read Urusei Yatsura as well, because I know it was also an influence. And I've read about like half of Ramna half, so I guess I read Hamna 1/4. Haha. Laugh. But yeah, I read a little bit of Ranma years ago, and I enjoyed it. It was fun. And Mermaid Saga was okay. Wasn't anything special. But yeah. You have a lot of Shaman Kings. I've only read technically this one and the original, because this one's just a rewritten version of the original. And I really like it. But I haven't read the spin-offs. I should check them out. It's been such a while since I read them as well. Exoxolic, again, it's amazing manga. Dorodoro, again, what did Dorodoro do to deserve a 9? Dorodoro does not deserve a 9.9. You are underrating Dorodoro. It's definitely a 10. It's 100% a 10. Magic Ignite Rayheart, I should read the first one. Looks interesting. Bleach. It's Bleach. Sakura is fun. And I don't see many people. I don't think we're gonna see a lot of people who had read Cardcaptor Sakura in the lists. That's kind of a crime, because it's really, really classic. It's really fun. Sorry, I'm because I have the chat on another computer. Sometimes I kind of forget to look at the chat for a couple minutes. So sorry about that. Pretty good. Meaning to read it. Haven't read, but I respect Manga Daioh at 10. Genocide, should read the manga. Hello, Alois. It's manga good series. Yes, it is amazing. Most people read super long manga, and I'm just here reading a shit ton of short and weird manga. Yeah, that's you and Duncan and some other people I know have like triple the number of manga that I have and half the chapter count. But yeah. Clamp is kind of underrated, that's true. A lot more people should be reading Clamp. Sakura, Exexolic, Tsubasa, Chobits. Rayheart, I want to check out again. It looks fun. I haven't read it. The only manga that I read from Clamp that I wasn't too much of a fan of was kind of like, was this prequel to Chobits. They have a lot of stuff. If I can find it. Angelic Layer. This one I didn't like it that much. I didn't finish. I should go back to it and finish. There's a lot of stuff that I haven't read, but the ones that I did are really good. And also they did a really weird JoJo doujinshi, like from like the 90s, and you should check it out as well, because one of the characters lays an egg. Kakyon lays an egg. That's the name of the one shot. There's actually a pretty cool video from Red Board on it, if you haven't seen. Duncan is the same. Darren, you're based. Darren is based. Magic is more subversion than Madoka for magical girls. I'm kind of curious then. I need to read more magical girl manga. I should read Stellar Moon at some point. I used to like it when I was a kid. Being dragged away by Max. Good luck with the rest of the stream. I had a bunch of fun. See you around LA. Maybe I'll check it out next stream. Hopefully. I can literally say it's such a weird manga. Kakyon lays eggs. I mean, it's named Kakyon laid an egg. It's weird. I joined Jutsu. I should read JoJo Doujin. Yes, you should. We've talked about this one, Me and Sunshine, because this I actually have the digital copies of this one because it came on a bundle. But it's by the same guy, and so far from what I can tell, it has the same formula as Fuanotane, and those were really bad. Both the first and second are really bad, so I'm not sure if I want to check this one out. Sunshine said it was better, but he also has Fuanotane at 9.4, which I would take the 9 and 9 point, I guess, because 0.4 also a little bit harsh on it. Hey, it's you. Where do I find the Kakyo manga? I don't know where you find, I guess, things like Manga Dex. You can check it out there. Yeah, that's probably the best place. I don't remember the design of the baby, I'm gonna be honest. Layer game, again, I'm reading Neon Code. So yeah, this was the Mermaid Saga. This was the one Rumiko manga that I read. It was fun. I think I gave it a 7. Definitely wouldn't put it a 9. But I should read this one because I like Danganronpa. And I like Kirigiri. She is one of the best characters in the first game. And overall, I guess I haven't played the third one or the spin-off. But from the first two, she is really one of the best characters. I'm really happy. Well, I shouldn't spoil. But she's really good. Akagi. Yeah, I saw Akagi down there above. Yeah, here. Haven't read it. There's not much to say. I haven't really been avoiding, but I haven't talked about Act Age. But due to things that happened, I don't judge the score of the manga based on the things that happened with the author. But because that thing happened with the author, which if you guys don't know, he got arrested for molesting minors. Because that happened, and the manga got kind of cancelled and doesn't have an ending. It's just hard for me to give it a proper score, or a good score, because it just cuts, like, middle of an arc, and it's really annoying. But, yeah. I finished reading Madoka. I actually saw the anime recently, but I didn't finish. I saw some episodes of the anime recently on Netflix because I had nothing better to do. And when I say recently, I mean like 2018. Yeah. Cross game, I want to check this one out. I've heard that forgot his name. Adachi. I've heard that Adashi's manga are generally like really fast reads, and it's a big mangaka that I've never read anything about them from him, so I want to check it out. Sensei 9, no. Billy Bat 9 is really cool. I appreciate. I think I gave it a 10, but it's my favorite Urasawa. But yeah, let's go back to this. Saint Seiya. So I don't think I ever talk much about Saint Seiya. But I talked a lot about Saint Seiya to people, but not on the channel. So if you don't know, I really don't like Saint Seiya. I've read the manga. I actually remember watching it as a kid, and I had a doll of Seiya, and I really love that doll. I think that doll is better than all of Saint Seiya because it was just kind of like everything was just movable. It was really good toy figure doll thingy. Better than all of Saint Seiya. Gave me much more happiness than reading the manga ever did, because it was it's really tough to finish. But I did finish it, all of it. And no, I haven't read any Adachi manga. Sure, I was actually going to start with Cross Game because I think it's shorter and more recent. But I can start with Touch. Shimanami Tasugare, or Dreams at Dusk, is really good. I would say it's the best LGBTQ plus manga that I've read. Maybe together with My Lesbian Report. It's a pity that it kind of got cancelled. The ending is a bit rushed. But if you are looking for kind of like LGBTQ plus manga again to read, and you haven't read Shimanami, you should, because the story is really amazing. And even it's one of those where you don't really need to be looking for a manga about those topics to properly enjoy this manga. It's just a good manga by itself. Hello, Mark. How are you? Kanga Crash. You said something to me on the Discord server a little while ago, and I read it, but I didn't register what you said. Feels like a condensed Bleach. Yeah, it kind of is similar in some regards, but I think Bleach is a lot better. A lot. I think the ideas that Sensei introduced, which, to be fair, they introduced a lot of ideas to Battle Shonen that were new to Battle Shonen, but yeah, Bleach did them way better. More. Air Gear is also another one that I want to check out. Happiness. Pokemon is really good. I did a whole review on it. It was one of my first videos. If you haven't checked it out, don't. I'm not really. I don't know how I feel about my old videos. I know how I feel about my first videos, my first two videos. Those are really bad. Pokemon, it's a little bit more of a gray area. But yeah, it's a good manga. And Happiness is. I quite enjoyed Happiness. I read about the same as you. But I read it on a group read, and a lot of people just. Actually, I read it, and then two servers right after I read it, because I waited about a year for someone to read it with me. Then I read it alone. Right after I finished reading it, two different Discord servers did Happiness group read at the exact same time, which sucks because I just finished. I'm not going to read it again. And they all hated it. They all hated Happiness for some reason. Like everyone, or most of people. And I liked it. Especially visually. It was one of the most visually good manga to read or great manga to read or whatever. What are my thoughts on manga that uses a lot of text compared to manga that uses very, very minimal text? That really depends on the manga. Like, for example, these two are great examples of manga that do. Bakuman does a lot of text, and Happiness does very, very little. Happiness is just fast. You can read. I think I read the 10 volumes of Happiness in about 5 hours. So hey, King Mamsie, how are you? We're not. You were the first on my Discord community tab to post. I'm very sorry to tell that you are probably not. We're not going to reach you today, probably, because we're here. We are on the third list. But yeah, Bakuman is like full on a lot of text, and it has a lot of, because some guys who did Death Note, which is also a bunch of text. From what I've seen, from the volumes, that I skimmed the volumes, I've seen the anime. But they have a lot of text, but they don't. It's engaging and interesting. Now, for example, Ghost in the Shell is a manga that it has a lot of text, and I don't like it because it is quite boring. It is quite tiring. I think, for example, even manga like Jujutsu Kaisen uses a lot of text when he really shouldn't. Some parts I understand why, but a lot of the times I feel like it's explaining things that should be represented visually. In the case of Ghost in the Shell, it annoys me that it isn't. In the case of Jujutsu Kaisen, it annoys me that it is. They do a really great job of showing the thing visually, and you can understand the thing visually without any problem, but then they explain it. And I'm not that big of a fan of it. If it is engaging, or even like, I guess Baki is another example of a manga that is a lot of text, but it's like, you can read it pretty fast, so it really doesn't matter how much text it has, because it has like a page or two where it has a lot of text, and then there's like 5 or 10 that it just action. So, yeah, I think JJK it suffers a lot from over-explaining. Yeah, I agree. Happiness is well read, but I didn't think much about it afterwards. That's fair. That is fair. But yeah, Happiness is, on the side of very minimal text, really uses a lot of imagery to tell the thing. Now, on the other hand, we also have things like Nihei, who does the exact same. But I don't like Nihei because Nihei uses a lot of art. I think I'm probably going to do a full-on video on why I don't like Nihei. I just want to read Blame first, because I know a lot of people are going to be like, you shouldn't say you don't like Nihei without reading Blame. So I want to read Blame, see if I like it or not, before I do that video. But Nihei just has so little that it exposes to that we just can't understand anything that is happening. So that I don't like that. With Happiness, you can understand the full story, and a lot of it is just you enjoying a lot of really good imagery, especially in Happiness. I think it's one of the most visually interesting Oshimi manga that I read. Like, the skies are just beautiful. It uses like some paneling that is just breathtaking. I love it. So yeah, I personally can see myself enjoying Yoshimi and Iwasano's work, especially since they are highly regarded authors in the industry. Yeah, before reading Blame, just wait on it. That is kinda what I'm doing, I guess. I'm reading Blame so I can, because from what I've heard from Blame, it does the same things that I don't like on the others. I just want to see if it does it in a way where I can understand why it does and appreciate it, or if I'm just not gonna like it anyways. I brilliantly overloaded when they were explaining the Culling game. I think JKR has really good concepts, but in my opinion, I think they don't relate them as well compared to Togashi. And even Togashi over explanations gross amounts of text later into the series. Yeah, I haven't read Hunter x Hunter to compare. But yes, that chapter, I think there was like 2 chapters of JJK that generally took me about like a day to read them because I was reading half of it. I was kind of like, I can't. I'm not gonna move away from this chapter to read something else without finishing it because it's a chapter. But I just can't. That's part of the reason why I don't enjoy JJK. Which is the thing. I don't hate JJK. I just don't enjoy it. So yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh! Kaiji 8.5. Kaiji is great. Base Complex is it says ongoing, you have to complete it. I will check that out. But about it is fun. I did a short review on it, which is very short because it was a short review. But yeah, it's quite a fun manga, especially for like a volume long. And it was my intro to the mangaka because I haven't read Beastars. I probably should, but it was quite a fun concept, and it has a good ending. The only thing I would like it was to be a bit bigger, like 2 volumes. I think will be like the perfect length for it, because I kind of wanted the character to be explored a little bit more. Can read Blame and listen to FX Twin. Yeah, that's fair. I like FX Twin. I like Selected Ambience Works too, a little bit more than the first one. But I think they're a little bit different albums from what I recall. I haven't listened to the first one in a while. Is Blackjack completed? Or it's not completed. Do we have translations of Blackjack? Or just this situation where you're French or wherever, where you're from some place where you have Blackjack translated? Because I thought we didn't have everything. Dirk is great if you're a shonen fan. Yeah, I should go back to it. I didn't like Build King, but the little I read about from Toriko when it came out, I enjoyed it. But I read the first 20 chapters. I did this for a lot of manga. I did this for World Trigger, Toriko, and originally My Hero Academia, where all of them I read the first 20 chapters when they came out, and then I just never went back to them. Well, with My Hero I eventually did, but with Toriko I didn't. Very, very good things about Kaiji and Liar Game, and they look good and interesting. Yeah, Kaiji is amazing. Liar Game, from the little that I've read, was fun as well. Not as good, but it was fun as well. It's different. I feel like Liar Game is Kaiji mixed with Death Note. Sorry, from the 2 volumes that I read, it is essentially Kaiji with a writing style similar to Death Note. As long as you look back on the title, Mahjong Guide, you wrote up at the beginning is not too bad. I read the beginning, so that's part 3 of Kaiji. I read the beginning where they explain the Mahjong, and I've seen a video. I stopped to see a video on Mahjong, but the thing was, I had so many manga not ongoing, like that I want to finish reading, that to go jump now to part 3, like I just decided it was a good spot to stop. And now I see why Doofy takes so long on these. Jesus Christ. Akudun Canon 8, that's great. Chainsaw Man 8, that's fair. That's fair. I don't know what. I kind of want to rush it, but I also don't want to just, Hideout, I read it not too long ago because I did a video with Masked, which you guys should check it out because it is a video with Masked Man, about horror manga, and he recommended me Hideout, and I checked it. It was fun. I think I liked it a lot more than me. I thought it was fun. I thought it was kind of generic. The art style, again, is by the same guy who did Green Blood. The art style is amazing, especially good for a horror story. It fits really, really well. But the story itself, I mean, it's a little bit generic. It's not bad, but it's a bit generic. The plot twists, I saw it coming. I wasn't too surprised by it. But it was still a fun experience. Still a fun experience. Mecha is fully in English. I should check it out then. Because I really thought Blackjack didn't have it. Makes the feels from the language was translated. Chapters in get into official volumes. That's kind of sad. Volume's not a very good story. It's one more sort of immersive journey. Your experience depends on if you're into that experience. Anything else is what you bring with your interpretations. As slowly the official English list is coming out. Yeah, because we got like the first 2 volumes of Kaiji, I guess. Or 3. I didn't want to buy it. I just read it on scans because I did saw that it was very early on and very slowly. And about Blame. So my thing is, I've read other manga from Nihei, and I did not enjoy the experience. I get what Nihei is doing. I just don't enjoy it, I guess. So if Blame is the same, which I suspect it is, I just kind of assume I'm not gonna like it. I can be proven wrong. I don't know. How many people are watching right now? Let me just give 20. That's still a lot. It's still a lot. So thank everyone for still being here like 2 hours and almost 2 hours in. ITLC is 7.4. Right. Inuyashiki is another one that I want to read because Gantz was so fun. And I had a friend of mine who literally just said like Inuyashiki is the manga that you're gonna love. He saw the anime when the anime was coming out and he was like, you're gonna love this. And I haven't read it since, which I'm sorry because he probably recommended me like years ago. I mean, he did recommend me years ago. I was still in college, 2017. I thought it was longer because I've been in college for a long time. Ghost in Shell 7.4. These two, man. Nah. Shiro no Joe 7.2. Really, Shiro no Joe lower than ITLC. Orange. I mean, Shiro no Joe is just amazing. It's a really good character arc. It takes a little bit to get into. And if you go into expecting like a sports manga, I mean, it is a sports manga, but the great thing about it is not the sports. I think it's really the journey of Joe. You're not gonna like Joe. At first, you're not gonna like Joe. I don't think anyone does because it's not a bit of an asshole. It's a gigantic asshole. But yeah. Yasumi Punpun 7.2 as well. I mean, the 7 is not a bad score. I shouldn't be mad because 7 isn't a bad score. I kind of want to read this one because I've read They Were 11, which is fun. This was also by Moto Agio, which I've also read. Something else from her, Heart of Thomas, and was fun. I like Joe as a character. Yeah, Joe. That's the thing. I think Joe is a bit of an asshole, but the thing, it's kind of like Punpun. So, and since you have Punpun around the same score, maybe that's also because you don't like Punpun, I'm gonna assume. But those are like characters where I don't really like the characters as like people. They can be a little bit annoying, but what I like is their character arc. Well, I mean, with Joe is it's his character arc. With Punpun is a little bit more of the other characters and how I like what it represents. I like kind of like this state of mind. I like the way he's portrayed. I just wouldn't like to be his friend, essentially. Claudine is also really good. Grappler Baki is really fun, which I just kind of like talk about it. K-On, what you say? The only series where the anime is no question better. Yeah, that's what I've been told. That's what everyone tells me. That if whenever I say I don't like the manga of K-On, they tell me the anime is better. I've seen a little bit of the anime, back like 2009, and it wasn't that good. If you don't mind, ask what was your first volume you ever owned? Now that technically has two questions, two answers, not two questions. So the first one was, I guess, a couple ones. I'm gonna show you because they're. I think I honestly think it was this the Elsing one. I'm not sure if it's on. It should be on camera. Which as you guys can see, it's a little bit sucky wucky, because this is a Brazilian version of manga, and I have a couple of these, and they really suck. I don't like them. I keep them on a box hidden away because I don't want those to touch with my manga collection, with the exception of the Lavino ones, because I have Lavino ones here. I shouldn't be showing this cover because they're naked. They're kind of naked. But I don't like those. So the first volume that I bought, English volume that it was like a proper manga that I'm actually proud of owning, was Solani, from Iniwa Sano. Because I went with a friend of mine to a comic book convention. It wasn't even a manga convention, an anime convention. It was a comic book convention. And there was a store there, and we're not from the big city. We live close enough to Lisbon, but we're not from Lisbon. And that was kind of like the first time I was interacting with a store that had physical manga. It was like the first time in my life that I saw like proper English manga, with the exception of I guess other anime conventions. Well, I mean that kind of denies everything I just said, because that was a convention as well. But yeah, I didn't go to stores. There was no physical manga on stores back then, or there were, but they were French for some reason. And I don't speak French. But yeah. So, anyways, I wasn't there. There was like Solani and What a Wonderful World, and I had no money because I had no job and I was poor. And I just grabbed my friends like, bro, lend me $20. I swear I'll pay you very, very soon. And I did. I paid him like the next weekend. Don't go thinking I still owe the guy $20. So I just like, please, I really need this. And he bought me the manga, and then he grabbed the manga because to buy it, and then when there was the guy on the line to pay that turned to him and said like, "Oh, that you saw me. That's an amazing manga. Do you also like it?" And he was like, "This is not for me. I have no idea what this is." Which was fun. Fincola comic and bookstores are going into selling a couple of volumes of manga light novels. Yeah, now it's a lot more frequently to find books. Like my Junji Ito books were mostly all bought physically on stores. Most of these are still bought online because they're cheaper. But some of them are, especially the Portuguese ones, I can just buy them on stores. And it's amazing that we have Portuguese manga, like actual European Portuguese manga that looks and feels like the English editions, and I guess which, again, I just showed you the Brazilian one. They don't, and they look ugly. You rated, going back to the list. Sorry, you rated New Grappler Baki the same as Baki. I think it was a little bit better. Not too much. So I can understand you rating the same thing. But I thought it was a little bit better. I haven't read Bakido because I've only read the first two parts to know how the rest compares. But you got JoJo, Phantom Blood, the same as Steel Bell Run. I mean, I haven't read Steel Bell Run. I really hope it's better than Phantom Blood. But I know that's gonna piss some people off. Kimetsu no Yaiba 5.8. That's probably gonna piss some people off. But I understand, especially the manga. It's not the best. Dragon Ball. Wait, no, Full Metal. Full Metal. No. And Battle Crusader, not Battle Crusaders. Battle Crusaders isn't the thing. Battle Tendency. Below Phantom Blood. Interesting choice, but FMA 4. That's sad. That hurts. Then Hanma Baki 2. I really do hope it's better than that. You know what? I with the exception of like this there wasn't like too much I disagree a lot with you here. I expecting a lot. And no, I mastered Urasawa 2. Okay, that one I'm gonna just straight up disagree. We're gonna move. I really hope we reached 10 lists today. You should go back to Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone is really like cool stuff. There's one pop culture chain that sells manga marked up to like 20, 25, 50%. Yeah, that's the thing. The store out of where I bought Chainsaw Man Volume 8 and the Haru's Curse, I really don't like buying there. And they just, again, they contacted me saying that they have Volume 5 now. But everything there is really expensive. The Berserk books are 70 euros, which online I bought, well, some of these were given to me, but the volume 4 I bought was like 35. They have things like, I remember Lavina, which I bought all the volumes for about 10 to 15. They had it for like 25. The monster volumes at the time, which weren't out of stock, were $30. It's really expensive, and I don't like it. It makes it like so hard to actually buy things physically because you don't want to. You want to support like the chains and the stores, but it's so expensive. You drop My Hero Academia. You dropped One Piece, yeah. You did say there was. You do mention hating One Piece a lot, and you've read like really far into One Piece. So I don't know what to tell you. If you don't like it, if you don't like it till chapter 569, you're not gonna like One Piece. You don't need to read the rest, but damn, man. Nisekoi, I get wiped. Some people drop it. Sakamoto, I don't get why some people drop it. Sakamoto is one of the best things that just came out of Jump recently. And then you drop Baki. I mean, if you're on like part 6 or whatever of Baki, dropping it, I mean, I guess especially because this one is ongoing, but if you read so far, you've read like 100 chapters of Baki, forced me to keep reading it. It gets better. One Piece, I guess, or Baki. I'm gonna assume you mean One Piece. Yeah, that's kind of a thing people say. In my opinion, One Piece does get better, but I'm from the opinion that if you don't like the style of One Piece up to like Alabasta, you're not gonna like the rest. You're not gonna like the rest. Ipo score hurts, yes. 2.2. I haven't read Ipo, but I can understand. Yeah, I mean, if I was, I mean, I could probably read it, but I would finish it. Then this is your planning. We're gonna skip that and we're gonna move to Torby. We're not gonna reach. If we can do these 3, if they're short, we can do these 3. I hope we can. Shonen bad, am I right? A lot of people really love the anime of Hippo. So yeah. So okay, we're on Turby's list, and I can right away see that he's reading Nozokiana, which is great. I hope you're enjoying it. You probably either have left or you're not here, but I hope you're enjoying Nozokiana. It's really it's kind of like porn. It's almost porn, but the story is really good. I'm gonna try to do. You're next, right? Am I? Yeah. I think Turby doesn't have. Turby doesn't have big of a list. I'm gonna at least reach Omoy. I want to read this one. I think this one is already on my plans. I've been recommended about this one a couple of times. The art style looks really beautiful. So yeah, I kind of want to check this one out eventually. I think I'll like it. And Uzagi, a lot of people are talking about Uzagi recently. It looks fun. But yeah. Thanks for the video on dissecting shonen and seinen as demographs, because at the end of the day, they're not genres. Yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to do. I think I did kind of 2 videos tackling it, but the seinen one is way better than the demographics on that aspect. I really wanted to tackle that because there's so many people like just saying the seinen versus shonen battle. It keeps on going. It annoys me. Same applies to Baki, not strong as One Piece. Yeah, reading, but still, like reading 1,000 chapters of Baki, man, I would have given up. Like I would have stopped at the end of a part. Yeah. Thanks, Jackie. Hopefully we'll get to you next list because you're here. You're this one. I think you're this one. We're gonna spend an hour on Yubi next time probably, but. And I use Yubi's image on the thumbnail because I was pretty sure we're going to get at least to him. And we don't. I'm going to speak Portuguese. Este ano vou ver se ponho os meus estudos em dia para poder ler mais mangás, começar a ver animes outra vez. Talvez possa aparecer nessas streams. Ok? Parece-me bem. Parece-me bem. Oh, okay. Okay, so you just said Godspeed Black Emperor's first album was Found, which is banned, and the first album was lost for, like, I don't know, like 30 years. Damn. I really want to check that out. It's not manga. We're gonna move on. Uzagi looks like a trip fest, but I can't say anything further since I have not seen it. But I know that Massman likes it. Yeah, I think it's probably influenced a lot of people reading it recently. Yeah, a lot of them are liking it, and I guess they compare it to Kaiji and Liar Game and things like that. So, rereading, I need to reread the Greyman as well. And Silbal Run looks fun. Caught up or not, huh? So these were readings. These were readings that are ongoing. Gotcha. Kingdom, 700 chapters of Kingdom. It's Portuguese moment. Sorry. This way you know how I sound in Portuguese, which is a little bit different, I think. Dawn the Dawn is great. Villain Saga, I need to go back to it. I did not meant to do that. I'm sorry. Kaiji number 8. A lot of people have been recommending. I see you rated it 6. I'm not that interested in Kaiji number 8, as a lot of people seem to be. Ashimon good. This one is out. This was a spin-off, right? That they announced a little while ago. I did not knew it was out already. Since part 4 is my favorite, I might check it out. Uzagi is Kaiji if it was good. But Kaiji is good though. Kaiji is good. Uzagi is a weird situation of the fans like most of it but love the final arc. Huh. That's curious because it's gigantic, so we'll see. I guess I'll eventually check it out. Then we're moving to the completed. This one was fast. Great stuff like Berserk, Chainsaw Man, Dororo, Fire Punch. We haven't seen anyone with Fire Punch, or if we have, I skipped. But it's great. I like Chainsaw Man a little bit better. But Fire Punch is it's really great. It's not as insane as Chainsaw Man, I think, but the ending is just wild, and it's really interesting to see to read a Fujimoto manga that is actually finished. That's why I kind of like Fire Punch in that regard as well. Kasane, one of my favorite manga, and I recommend everyone to read Kasane because it is so good. It's probably one of the most underrated manga I have ever read, and a lot more people need to be aware of it. I think I've ever heard anyone say that, but I guess most people agree beginning arcs are the weakest. Fusagi. Okay, I need to check it out. I need to eventually. Eden, great. Jojosh. Nani Masters, none except that real life. I've heard a lot about it. Which what got me into loving manga. That's good. I need to check it out. Claymore is nice. I need to reread it eventually. Jormungand is. I'm reading this right now. It was a tough read at first. Like the first not two chapters actually, it was like 2 volumes. It wasn't like horrible. Just kind of like that middle ground where it's not too bad, it's not too good, which makes it a little bit. If it's too bad, if it's like really bad, at least you have a lot of more incentive to keep reading it and see how bad it can get. When it's not, it just is a little bit of a tiring experience. It's getting a little bit better though. I think I'm like volume 4 or something. And I'm enjoying it a little bit. Volume 2. So I guess I'm like volume 3. But yeah, I'm enjoying it a little bit more. Still like 6. Hopefully it gets better. No, it keeps getting better. Spirit Circle though, great. It's by the same guy who makes Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer, which I mentioned a couple of hours ago that it is getting an anime. I like Spirit Circle more. I think I can see why Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer is a little bit more appealing for an anime adaptation, but just love Agni a lot. Agni is a great character. Did I miss you did not miss your profile, Madoka. The ending of Jormungand is nice. I hope it is. I'm gonna finish it. So Madoka, you are here. I'm gonna get to you like next month. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Criminale is another one that is really underrated. It's weird. It's fun. It's one of those like super fun manga. I'm real sad it got canceled, but a lot more people should check it out. It has again some scenes that a lot of like some people are probably not gonna enjoy or are gonna feel a little bit uncomfortable because the plot of this manga is that this main character joins a class where everyone is kind of like a criminal, and he has this weird power curse thing where he just kind of like attracts criminals either way. So that's why he ends up on that class. And it's mostly fun. The thing is, there's like some characters whose crimes are not cool, like rape, and things like that. And some people might not enjoy it. But yeah, it's like Vansh, which is Sorby, I think, said the other was just you can tell the other was just having fun. It's really really good manga. Okurin Canon 8, can't complain with that. It's the rating I gave. I did a gigantic, I did like 6 minutes section of my top 15 manga video. So if you want to know my opinions of Okurin Ken, you can just check it out. It's just like this part of this video. Siren, I need to check it out. I didn't know Siren had a spin-off sequel thing. Compilation. Oh, it's light novel. Because Siren is known for being like the cancelled manga that everyone liked. Shingeki no Kyojin a 7. I'm afraid to click on this. Disappointment ending was. I don't know. Don't spoil me the ending. In case you're in the chat thinking about it, I don't know. I'm really curious to check it out and see if I hate the ending as much as everyone else does. Innocent at 6.5. I kind of disagree. I really like Innocent. It's not like a 10 out of 10 to me, but the art style is really good. The way that the mangaka does a lot of really cool visual things is really good, and just the mid-story of the main character was interesting. The reason why I don't rate it as high was because it ends kind of before the climax, because there is a sequel called Innocent Rogue, which seems to be much more fun. Seems to be the main part of Innocent. Which I haven't went to read it. I eventually will, but yeah, I don't like Innocent. Well, if you don't like it, you don't like it. I can't do much about it, but I really did enjoy it. What thing was some? Okay, didn't knew that. It's alright. He writes in Portuguese, and I can. It's hard to translate it with my brain how it is right now, but it's fine. You can keep doing it. Aqua. Again, I need to read it. I need to read these because I've read some one shots, of course, of Fujimoto, but I haven't grabbed these and read them all. Then on pause, let me just check if you have like something. Blue Box, I read the first chapter. It looked really interesting. I'm waiting for it to end. It's of course by the same guy who wrote Kami-sama no Yutori ni. So I'm expecting to love it. First chapter was really interesting. Mecha Box is good. Great but a pain in the ass to read at times. Understandable, it's a long series. Not really long series, just dense. It's really dense at times. Was that an attempt to pronounce Rouge? Anime lists accepted. I'm not going to be able to rate anime, man. So sorry, Karma. Either way, even if you give me your list, we're going to be reaching it in... Oh, sorry, I skipped your dropped. We're going to be reaching, like, 10 years from now. You drop Baki. Why? Probably pick up again sometime later. Okay. Then you drop Innocent Rouge. I mean, if you don't like Innocent, I can see you dropping the sequel. This one looks fun. I haven't read it. Just the art style. The art style looks really cute. I like your cute art styles. Okay, let's move to Omoi, and that's probably the last... I'm sorry, that's probably like the last one we're gonna do today. I can read anime based on cover images. I could do that. So yeah, Omoi, if you're still here, we're gonna check your list. Was it too big? Yeah, it's... Kinda is, ain't it? So we're gonna just do that. I hate manga. I hate manga. I hate anime. I hate everything. Kimetsu no Yaiba. Why are you enjoying Kimetsu no Yaiba? If it's manga list only, then mine's very short. I mean, if you're still here after we do all my... I just don't want to skip people. That's kind of the thing. Because, yeah, there's all these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's technically 6 guys who posted before you. And I'm sure, like, if some of them are here, if neither of them are here, maybe we can. Yeah, that the demons, and I need to catch up with the chapters. And I wanted to buy the volumes. They seem to be a little bit out of stock. So fuck me. Slam Dunk, that's great. And you're reading the light novel of Medaka Box. I kind of want to check it out. Especially because it's about Kumagawa, which is one of my favorite characters. Um, and yeah, I just love it. So these were reading. Okay, so these are ongoings that you're reading. Senda. This is by the guy, the lady who writes Beastars. Which fun fact, if you guys don't know, the author of Beastars and Sanda and Bada Bada is the daughter of the guy who writes Baki, and she actually has a manga that I really want to read, but I don't think it's translated, which is about being the daughter of the author of Baki, like what it is to be the daughter of a guy who writes Baki for a living. So yeah, stream. I wanna do more streams. This one was really fun. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do more, and I'm probably gonna get to use Momsy. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do. Some people comparing Dungeon Meshi with Torodoro. See, a lot of people have made me interested in Dungeon Meshi, but that what you just said there made me a lot more interested right now. Gigantes, you have a lot of notes. Okay. Gigantes, no. Roboko 6, fine. And then look at 5.5. I'm a bit more mad, but that's just because I reread Roboko and it's what's the manga about the Baki order is pornography. Is it translated? I didn't know, but completely translated or just a little bit, just some chapters translated. If it is completely, I'm probably gonna read that this weekend. Oh, Dungeon Meshi, I know it's related. The one I don't know the name of the manga. We can look it real fast. Baroi Takaki. This one? No. I don't know the name. Pornography is this. Okay, yeah, this. It's one volume. Die like a foot push. Yeah, I don't think it was completed. The translations. Maybe some of it is translated, but if it is, I'll check it out anyways, just because it's fun. I'm kind of curious about it. Down. Now no. I'm really losing a little bit of the voice, as you might have noticed. Miroku-chan looks fun. Tokyo Revengers is another manga that a lot of people are reading, a lot of people are talking about, and I haven't read it, but it looks fun. Waiting for it to end. It's approaching the final arc, right? So I kind of want to check it out. Golden Kamui is another one that I think Golden Kamui, from everything that I've heard about it, it's one of those manga that are probably going to be a 10 out of 10. But again, I'm waiting for it to end. It's another manga that I've heard it's on the final arc. So I'm going to have a bunch to read once all of these finish. Deadpool Samurai pause. Okay, so we're already on pause. Where is the completed? Okay. This looks interesting. It's about cooking. 2 chapters. No. Not 2 chapters. Needs to have a little bit more. Art Gear. Yeah, this one got on hiatus, right? I've heard about it. Deadpool Samurai. I haven't read anything. I kind of want to check it out. This one. I've seen some images. I think everyone has seen images of this one. Just a cover. I mean, yeah. What else is there to say? Rereading. Don't reread this. 9.5. Why? I mean, I guess there's a lot of JoJo fans who like part 1. And I know some people like part 1 more than the others. But 9.5. completed. Clamp. You have some interesting stuff. Totem Prism. I read this one. I didn't thought it was that bad. It was okay. It wasn't that bad. It's like a 6. This one, this is one I think I have unplanned. No, I don't. Okay, this wasn't what I thought it was. This is an Adachi manga. You can tell. Ratios, I've heard about this one as well a little bit. Fun work. Read The Horizon. I haven't read The Horizon. I have a friend of mine who really loves The Horizon. And recommend me, and I'm probably going to read it eventually. I just don't read manhwa very often. What is this? You have a lot of really cool covers. Yeah, good old book. Okay. Oh, it's Kago. It's okay. Explained. Zatchbell got recommended a billion times. Promise I'm gonna read it eventually. This one I've also seen is also Iroguro. Other. This is. I've also heard about this. This one is like super psychedelic. By the guy who wrote, yeah, Spinoza. I feel like the only manga that I read from Keiichi Koike is Spinoza. And Spinoza is really interesting. And I've heard like that supposedly all of his manga are like super interesting, but I haven't read the others. And I should if they are translated. Which I'm not 100% sure. This is a completed, so that one should be. So I'm gonna maybe check it out. Did I have it unplanned? This is open. Start the Horizon. Paid for the fast pass for the epilogue of Boxer. Need more GH while I wait for spin-off chapters release. So wait, is the Horizon by the same guy as the Boxer? Who did main drugs and got any ages? That sounds like someone. I already had it on planning. So it's something you do, I guess. Spirit of Wonder. I wanna read that because it's by the same mangaka wrote Emanan. But the scans are really weird and the physicals are really hard to get. And actually I kinda got a little sneaky link for the thing completed, but I haven't read it. And I should. I shouldn't be saying that. Eventually someone is gonna like call the cops on me. 13 costs from a 6.5. So I guess it gets worse. Emperor Toicho. This one is fun. The Resident Boxer. I did not knew that it was the same author. I know about the two manga. Just thought they were like completely unrelated. But I'm actually kind of curious. I haven't read the Boxer either. The Emperor Toicho is really fun, really cute manga about a penguin. It is one of those where it is what it is, just kind of like fun. But yeah. In No Longer Human, I still haven't finished it. It's still here. Still like 1/3 to finish. I really need to do that. That word puzzle one. As you should. If you read this manga and you haven't read the one, first of all, if you haven't read this manga, read this manga because it's really bad and really fun. But if you have read this manga, you haven't read the one, if rated it a 1, you should, because it is really bad. I hope Webtoon doesn't put a daily chapter limit on the Boxer when chapters stop releasing. I need to check Webtoon more because I've been in contact with them. Maybe. Well, I've been in contact with them, but we're not gonna be partners, I suppose. But I guess I should check their stuff. Check some Webtoons. Anyways, just because I haven't read any manhwa, and they're free. Well, I didn't knew that. I knew the webtoon posted them for free. Not even motivated to read the Edo version of Long Human after how amazing Furia's version was. I haven't read Furia's version. The Junji Ito is fun, especially like I've heard it's really different because No Longer Human, the Junji Ito version is based on the book, or it's actually like a retelling of the story of the book, where the Furious version is just based on the book but adapted to more modern times. So they're actually supposedly different stories still, despite being based on the same story. Nozokiana 5.5, that's a little bit low, but yeah. Stephrim, I've heard from Doofy that this one's kind of bad. I haven't read it. Against G. I didn't saw Gantz. You read Gantz, right? Ghost in Shell 5, yeah, fair. I would still put it a little bit lower. This one is interesting. Imperfect Girl, I think it's the English title. I like the ending. I really thought it was kind of cringy towards the beginning, towards the middle, but the ending really saves it. I wouldn't put it a 9 still, but yeah, it was an interesting read. I'll just say it. I didn't sort by score. I didn't score by score in any of them. They just are. Yours isn't, because I guess you changed that. But I didn't sort it any by anything. They just are there. So, but I guess you're saying that. Yeah, what the hell is this sorted by then? Because like this is sorted by alphabetically, but it is not. I don't know. It's your list, man. Genshi is okay. Got the full set. Kind of fenced about keeping it. Just send it my way. If you're giving it for free. Fraction. I want to read Fraction. I think I've read the first chapter of Fraction, just because it's I think it's most well known. Forgot his name again. Shintaro Kago manga. So I'm kind of curious. Talk about this one. We haven't talked about this one. This one is one that I want to read. Oops. Just because I think it's this one. This is the this release collection of stories. It follows lives of several girls that their interactions with dicks that have been chopped off. That's why I want to read this one. I know I can change it. I'm not gonna change it right now. I'm just like, what is this last added? Okay. I'm just kind of curious why it was like that. ITLC 4, that's understandable. Fun Notania 3, that's more fair. I think I've put it a little bit higher, but not much. 3.5 or 4. The second Fun Notania has a little bit more interesting stories. Not many, but a couple more. Sasori Amanant. So yeah, I shouldn't be doing by this order, but whatever. It is what it is now. This one I want to read. Looks interesting. You have it at 9.5. That's high. But yeah, I want to read it. But Busy Noise, I've read it semi-recently. I made Doofy read it as well. I think 6 is a fair score. Has like some really cool, interesting parts to it, but it also wasn't the best. Yeah, I think 6 is a fair score. Spur Circle Night, that's fair. Dementia 21. Now that Dementia was the one that I read the chapter of. not Fraction. So I should read both. Bibliomania. I've heard a lot about this one. Recently, a lot of people have been telling me that it's really good. Which I guess you probably were one of them because you rated it 10. Then you got Lychee. This is a for real one, so I'm kind of curious to check it out. Children, was it I made you read this? I'm not sure if I made you read this. It's an interesting manga. Yeah. Broken Mariko, I kind of want to check it out as well. I'm getting tired. I'm really getting tired. I think we're approaching the end. Are we? I'm not sure. Opus was an interesting one by Khan. I forgot his name. I forgot his first name. Last name is Khan, or first name is Khan. Khan. Someone is gonna write it on the chat, I hope. But it's a very interesting manga. It's a pity that it got cancelled. And it really didn't got cancelled. The mangaka just kind of like gave up on it. So it wasn't finished. Then hey Dempsey, how are you? Gebitsu is interesting. Meraki is fun. Tommy, I still didn't have Satoshi-kon, that was it. Satoshi. Yes, thank you. The Yonen Moon. I read this one recently. I really liked it. I really did a lot to it. It's Satoshi-kon. There we go. Gantz. 7.5. Fair. Omidemon on an 8. That's better. Machinex another. This is a really interesting one. I think I give it a little bit lower score. It's by Q.I. Yoshida, which she wrote a little bit before Dorodoro. I think she started Dorodoro. She hasn't finished Machina X Another. They came out more or less around the same time. And the story isn't really that special because especially it's based on a video game called Machina X by Squaresoft, I guess, or Square Enix. And you don't really need to read the game because the story is just easily understandable. But it wasn't really that amazing. But there's like some visual elements to it, like some panels and everything that really shows that Q.I. Yoshida really, just really is amazing when she wants to. Did you know The Perfect Blue was a novel adaptation? I did not actually. I wasn't aware. I haven't watched Perfect Blue either though. The only Satoshi-kon movie I saw was Paprika, which was a great movie. Really great soundtrack, really great visuals. Yeah. Duranki is completed. I'm not sure because it's this one. I mean, because Yura passed away, yeah, it's cancelled. So someone is calling me. My girlfriend is calling me, so I'm not sure how much longer I can keep up. So I'm gonna have to rush it. Blame at 9. I want to read Blame. We've talked about Blame a bunch today. Sorry, Moy. We're gonna have to rush it. But yeah, it is cancelled. This one, you didn't score it. I guess I understand why you wouldn't, because I mean it's based on a real life story. It's kind of like hard to rate. Essentially, someone talking about their lives. I haven't read the sequels which you have here, but yeah, I get that. You have the JoJo's 9.5 to every. I'm just gonna disagree. First of all, I'm gonna disagree because I don't agree that any that I've read so far is a 9.5, but also I'm gonna disagree because they really aren't the same level of quality to each other. Some of them are vastly different from the others. I really can't fathom like ranking. I mean, you do what you do, but it's kind of hard for me to like rate every one of them the same. No. Burn the Witch Nate. Also, I don't. The thing about Burn the Witch, I really like the art style and everything. I thought it was kind of. I thought Kubo essentially wrote a long shonen in 5 chapters. Just it's a bit of a mess, I guess. It's not bad, but it's a bit of a mess. I'd rather it would be a little bit longer. Okay, we're gonna finish Soul Eater Not. I really want to read Soul Eater Not, because I really like Soul Eater, so I should read this one. Vagabond 9.5. I haven't read it, and this one looks fun. This looks interesting. Yeah, the cat is meowing. I should check that out. I really like the cover and the banner of this one. I'm gonna put this on planned, and I really need to go because I got a call. There is a 10. That's it. Thank you everyone. Really thank you everyone for being here. I don't know, many saw 17. That's massive record for my streams to still be like. I think the last one we got like 5 people at the end. So we're gonna do this again. Probably not next week because I really want to finish the video that I'm working on, and I have a couple of other videos I want to work on, and this also takes a little bit from that. But I'm gonna do, if not next week, maybe the week after that one. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and see ya. And now I'm gonna do the weird thing where I'm gonna turn off the stream. Yeah, now I'm off.